Marriage to Jungkook was never boring. Some days, he was the sweetest husband in the world, bringing her coffee in bed, hugging her randomly, whispering sweet things in her ear. Other days, he was a menace. Like now, Jungkook, YN narrowed her eyes as she stood in the living room, arms crossed. "Where are your socks?" Jungkook, sprawled lazily on the couch with a bag of chips, barely looked up from his phone. "Socks. Yes, socks. The ones I washed, folded, and put in your drawer," she said, exasperated. Jungkook hummed, chewing thoughtfully. Then, he lifted a finger and pointed toward the coffee table. There, in a crumpled mess, lay his socks. YN's eye twitched. Jungkook. What?" he asked innocently, stuffing another chip in his mouth. "Why are they here?" "For easy access," he replied smoothly, as if it were the most logical answer in the world. YN grabbed one of the socks and threw it at his face. "You're a grown man, why are you like this?" Jungkook dramatically gasped, catching the sock midair. "Babe, that was an attack on my dignity." "You have dignity. Rude," he muttered. YN groaned. "I swear, you were raised by wolves." Jungkook smirked. "Nope. Just married to one." "Oh, please," YN scoffed, walking over and plopping down next to him. "You'd be lost without me." Jungkook smirked, draping an arm around her. "That's true. Despite their constant bickering, they always ended up in the same place at night, wrapped in each other's arms, tangled under the sheets." And as Jungkook whispered a sleepy, "You love me too much to ignore me," YN rolled her eyes but nestled closer anyway. Little did she know, the real ignoring was coming soon, and this time, it wouldn't be from her. YN paced the bedroom, phone pressed to her ear. "Yes, Mum, I'll be there this weekend. I promise." Just then, the front door opened. "Baby, I'm home," Jungkook's deep voice called. YN turned to see her husband step in, loosened tie, messy hair, rolled up sleeves revealing his tattoos, a sight to behold. "Yeah, Mum, I gotta go, Jungkook just got home," she said, hanging up. Jungkook raised a brow. "What was that?" "Confirming my visit to my parents this weekend," she replied casually. Jungkook froze. "What? I'm visiting my parents," she repeated. "For how long?" "Just a couple of days." Jungkook's jaw dropped. "A couple of days." YN blinked. "Why are you yelling?" Jungkook dramatically unbuttoned his jacket. "Because I've been working my ass off for 2 weeks, barely seeing you, only to come home and hear that you're leaving me." "It's just 2 days." Before YN completed her sentence, Jungkook interrupted. 72 hours, YN. "That's 3 whole nights without you. You did the math really fast." "Because I'm panicking." YN laughed. "You'll survive." Jungkook huffed. "Doubt it." Later that night, Jungkook lay on the bed, still sulking. YN changed into her nightdress, simple yet effortlessly alluring. Jungkook glanced at her, then did a double take. His wife, looking like that. After weeks of barely having time for each other. And now, she was leaving. "Oh, absolutely not. Come here," he murmured, sitting up. YN raised a brow. "Why? You look too good to be leaving me this weekend." YN scoffed. "Flattery won't change my mind, Jun." "Then have a change of plans," he murmurs, pressing a soft kiss to her shoulder. "Stay home. With me." YN sighs, turning in his arms to cup his face. "Babe, I promised them I'd visit. They haven't seen me in months. But I haven't had you to myself in weeks." Jungkook pouts dramatically, eyes twinkling with mischief. "You work all day, and by the time you're home, you're too tired to even cuddle. This is the perfect opportunity for us to reconnect." YN raises a brow. "Reconnect? That's an interesting choice of words, Mr. Jun." Jungkook leans in, voice dropping to a whisper. "Come on, baby, just for tonight. Then you can go tomorrow." He presses a lingering kiss against her jaw, hands roaming up her back, but YN gasps and suddenly pulls away. Jungkook," she exclaims, holding up a shirt to separate them. "Are you seriously trying to seduce me so I won't visit my parents?" Jungkook feigns innocence, blinking at her like a puppy. "Seduce? That's a strong word." YN crosses her arms. "I mean, it's kinda working, but no. I already told them I'd be there on weekend." No, not even a little. She took a step back. Nope. Jungkook again wrapped an arm around her waist, voice dropping to a whisper. You sure? YN swallowed hard. Jungkook, you're really gonna leave me after 2 weeks without me? He whispered against her ear. For a second, she almost gave in, but then she pushed him away. Nope, not falling for it, Jungkook gasped. You're rejecting me? Yes, now go to sleep, she teased, climbing into bed. Jungkook groans, flopping onto the bed dramatically. Fine, go, leave me to suffer alone. Such a betrayer you are. YN rolls her eyes but can't help smiling at his theatrics. She leans down and pecks his lips. I'll be back before you know it. Now behave and good night, you big baby. Jungkook lay in bed, already plotting his revenge.
The next evening, YN sat in her parents' living room, arms crossed, glaring at her phone. Jungkook was ignoring her calls. Her dad chuckled, sipping his tea. Trouble in paradise. Her mum smirked. Let me guess. He wanted you to stay? YN groaned. Yes, and now he's giving me the silent treatment. Her mum sighed dreamily. Young love is so cute. YN's dad shook his head. Back in my days, we didn't have phones to ignore our wives. We had to ignore them in person. YN glared at both of them. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Meanwhile, back at their apartment, Jungkook stared at his ceiling, phone resting on his chest. What if she's mad? What if she's crying? What if she... Wait, what if she leaves me for real? He groaned. Crap. Regret hit him like a truck. He grabbed his phone and called her. No answer. His heart dropped. Panicked, he jumped out of bed, grabbed his keys, and ran out. At the same time, YN, frustrated beyond belief, grabbed her car keys. I can't sleep like this, she muttered. Her mum raised a brow. Where are you going? To talk to my idiot husband. Back in the city, Jungkook sped through the streets toward her parents' house. They arrived at their destinations at the same time, but neither found each other. Jungkook knocked frantically on the door. Where's YN? YN's mum smiled. She just left. To see you. Jungkook froze. Meanwhile, YN knocked on their apartment door. No answer. A neighbor peeked out. Oh, Jungkook. He just left. Said he was looking for you. YN groaned. Oh my god. Her phone rang. Her mum. Sweetheart, Jungkook was just here. He ran out looking for you. An nearly screamed. She immediately called Jungkook. At the same time, he put out his phone to call her. Where are you? They both yelled. I went home. I went to your parents' place. Both paused. Oh, for the love of. Meet me at the Han River.
Minutes later, YN spotted Jungkook first, standing under the streetlights, breathing heavily from running. Before she could say anything, he ran toward her, arms pulling her into a tight embrace. I'm sorry, he murmured into her hair. I shouldn't have ignored you. YN sighed. I shouldn't have left without making sure you were okay. Jungkook chuckled. You left me right after rejecting me, you know. My ego took a hit. YN rolled her eyes. You'll survive. Jungkook smirked. Doubt it. She playfully smacked his chest. You really suck at giving the silent treatment. And you suck at staying away from me. YN grinned. Guess we're both doomed. Huh. Jungkook pulled her closer. Yeah, but at least we're doomed together. She rolled her eyes but didn't move away. Their faces were inches apart now, breath mingling in the cold air. Jungkook's gaze softened. You know, we should kiss now. Make this worth it. YN snorted. So smooth, Jun. Truly poetic. But before she could say anything else, Jungkook cupped her face and kissed her, soft at first, then deeper, laughter mixing with warmth, until... Ow! Jungkook pulled back, wincing. Did you just bite me? YN gasped. You moved too fast, and I accidentally bit your lip. Jungkook groaned dramatically, pressing a hand to his lips. Great. Now I have an injured lip. I'll sue. YN rolled her eyes. Oh, please, Drama King. You're fine. 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 My perfect lips are damaged. You want me to kiss it better? She teased. Jungkook's eyes sparkled. Yes. YN smirked. Too bad. Yeah. She jumped up, laughing, and started running. Jungkook groaned but chased after her, yelling, You owe me a proper kiss, woman.
As they ran, the city lights reflected off the river, their laughter echoing through the night. Moral of the story: silent treatment never works when you're madly in love.